Do me solid, bro. It needs to get lined up right there. Like if you go look on, we're live right now. If you go look, I'm gonna put it on mute for a second. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahshua Brakatam, Yahweh Shema, Alatam Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, soy capitán I.S.U.P.K de la Escuela Israelite de Conocimiento Práctico Universal, de nuevo aquí, con el oficial Hazak Aymar, ok. Este va a ser bilingüe, ok. Si tienen preguntas, dudas, comentarios, ponlo en la sección o en la sección donde puede ser tu comentario, donde dice en inglés say something. If you have a comment or question, put it in the area where it says say something, okay? I know what I gotta do. Let me try it this way. Yeah, folks, bear with me because unfortunately, you know, I'm gonna shut it down here. Put a shot on this side. All right. Here we go. Let's try this one. Show me live on this side, so let's see what happens here. All right. So what happened here? Bear with me. Bear with me. Here we go. Yes, sir. right, shows that I'm live over here. All right. Here we go. Let me lower this down some. There we go. All right. So, you got any questions? ¿Tiene preguntas? Questions?
Nah, sir.
Okay. So, give me Psalm 83 then.
Come.
Right? Give me Psalm 83. Give me. This is what I want, right? Vamos a ir al Salmo, libro de Salmo, capítulo 83. I want the section where it says, well, basically, we're going to run through those, almost all of.
Okay.
I also want, let me tell you which one else I want while you're looking for that one. All right, so in the law, right? Let's start there. I want you to find in the law where it tells you if you steal it from man. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you where's that. Wait, hold on. This thing was on the NIV. No good. All right. Muchos no saben, muchos cristianos no saben que hay leyes en contra robando a un hombre, ¿verdad? Y si todavía ese hombre se encuentra en su mano, hay castigo por eso. Eso está en la Biblia, ¿ok? Exodus 21:16. Vamos a Éxodo 21:16. You're going to read it in English, I'll read it in Spanish, and then we'll break it down, okay? All right, so give me a second. I got to switch to this garbage called NIV. Okay. Okay. So Exodus 21:16 is where we at. This is in the law. Estamos en Éxodo 21:16. Esto está en la ley. Okay. Voy a empezar por ahí. I'm going to start right there because I want every Christian to realize, because they're so Christian, they don't realize there's a law, as an actual law against stealing people.
Right.
And there's penalties for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know when I was in church, the little short time I was in church, that was never spoken of. I'm pretty sure you never heard this before, ever. And how long you been there, if you don't mind me?
I'm shooting. My entire life, almost before.
Damn. So like maybe like 10, 15 years?
Okay.
Yeah, I never heard this, right?
No,
You see that? El hermano estuvo en la iglesia 15 años y nunca escuchó o nunca le enseñaron este precepto que vamos a leer. We never was shown this precept that we're about to read.
Right.
All right, we Exodus 21:16. When you got it, go.
Come. Exodus chapter 21, verse 16.
So like it. You want to read the whole thing? I'll read the whole thing in Spanish, and then we'll go line by line.
Okay. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Okay, voy a leerlo en español. Estamos en el libro de Éxodos, ¿verdad? Éxodo capítulo 21 y versículo 16 nos dice: asimismo el que robaré una persona y la vendiere, o si fuere hallado en su mano, morirá. Okay, so now read it back in English.
Come. Right. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him.
Stop right there. Asimismo el que robaré una persona y la vendiere, right? And he that selleth a man and stealeth him, right?
Okay.
¿Verdad? Go ahead.
Or if he be found in his hand.
Stop right there, right? O si fuere hallado en su mano, okay? A man that stealeth another man,
okay,
right? That stealeth another man. Now we know that because of the Lord said it first, it was going to happen, so it came to pass. But historical records can prove that we were stolen, right?
Right.
We were stolen, right? Columbus came to the New World. Columbus said he discovered America. Columbus goddamn lied.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Told fake lies You can't discover a place that's already inhabited by persons. Colón vino y vino y robó personas, ¿verdad? Dijo que descubrió tierra nueva, ¿verdad? Pero la realidad es que uno no puede descubrir un lugar o un sitio, una tierra ya habitado con comunidades de familias, de personas. Okay? Apart from that, Shalom, just a thought. It's going to be a bilingual one, so yeah. You got questions, you can raise up. All right? Apart from that, right, after they almost decimated the so-called Indians of the New World, right, from North, Central, the Caribbean, South America, right? After he almost decimated us, then he went and got the other Israelites who were dwelling in Africa, in the land of Ham, right? Who was running from Roman persecution during the destruction of 70 AD, the destruction of the state of Israel. And over 2 million black Hebrew Israelites ran into Africa to hide among other dark-skinned people. Right. Don't get it twisted. Right. Africans are not black. Right. They dark-skinned. Just like East Indians are dark-skinned people. You know, they are people of color, but they are not black. Right. There's only one race of people who are black. Right. And that's the Israelites. Okay. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, if I may, when you said it's real heavy, if you ask African over here right now what they are, they will never say they're black unless they're trying to hustle one of us. Right. But they'll never say they're black.
So that way, I'm going to say that in Spanish. El hermano dijo que si tú le preguntas a un africano, ¿verdad? Ellos nunca dirán que son negros, sino a menos que están buscando algo de ti o intentando de aprovecharse de ti. Solamente así se identifiquen como negros. Aparte de eso, ellos rápido declaran de dónde son. And that is true. You would never have them say that, right? Heck, even if you say, like, they might say, I'm African, but I'm from the Congo. I'm from Ghana. I'm from, like, they let you know quick where they from. They don't just say Africa. Now, Israelites got the bad habit, and it's only because of the simplicity of the Christian church and the indoctrination of the white man that then taught him that you are African, right? Because why? Because simply he found you in Africa? Right. But what about the other ones that were in Europe? That's the part they don't talk about. They don't talk about King James, Richard the Lionheart, William Shakespeare, William Wallace, who were also black, and they were Israelites, but you don't hear nothing about that. Right. You don't hear nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing about Constantine or nothing like that. Right. You're just African. You know what I'm saying? And the white man, of course, did that to divide brothers and sisters, divide the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I wanted to go into Psalms, because he even specifies and talks about those things. You know what I'm saying? But we in the book of Exodus 21:16. Now, you have a question? What's your name again?
True Bakwashia.
Bakwashia? Okay, Most High in Christ. You have a question before we continue?
Last.
Okay, Most High in Christ. So, once again, he's writing this down. Read it in English so that way you'll know where we're at. 21:16.
This is Exodus chapter 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall be surely put to death.
Right. So, as I said, and I will repeat the whole verse in Spanish one more time. Así mismo, el que robare una persona y la vendiere, o si fuere hallado en su mano, right? I'm gonna use the term, right? I'm gonna use the term oppressors, because everybody already know what you're talking about. I'm gonna use the term colonizer, because everybody automatically would know who you're talking about, right? And it sounds politically correct.
Yeah, damn right.
Damn right. But you know what I'm saying? You know, sensitive Christians might go, you always talking about white people. Okay, so let's talk about oppressors. Right. Nobody can deny that. Then.
Right.
That's hard to get around now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors who are monsters. You know what I'm saying? Monsters, truly monsters.
Right.
Done went and stole us.
Right.
Columbus came with them damn other colonizers, right? Said, we found a new world. We found a new world. We found out. No, you did not find a new world. You damn well know who was already here.
Right.
They knew who was here.
Right.
I mean, you ever heard of this guy called Diego de Montesino? Diego de Montesino was sent here 50 years before Columbus. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Go read that book, Lost Tribes and Promised Land. He was sent here before Columbus. And besides, apart from that, they had the Apocrypha.
Right.
And the Apocrypha clearly tells you that we came here.
Right.
To a land with what is translated to? It's called Atharet, but means
with no man.
No man dwelleth. There was nobody here. We came here. Israelites came here. The Lord made the Atlantic Ocean still for Israelites to cross over.
Right.
We got here when they dug up the burial mounds.
Right.
What did they find? Did they just find bones?
Not
when they went throughout all the burial grounds amongst the tribe of Gad and Reuben, and then they went among Ephraim, right. They went among Issachar, they went among Asher, Naphtali, you know what I'm saying, Zebulun, Manasseh, Simeon.
Right.
What did they find? Did they find just bones?
Not sir.
Go ahead.
Like if I may, so they found tablets. They said they found the oldest tablets with the commandments on them.
Right.
In Hebrew. Right.
Exactly. And you can find it's called the Back Creek Stone, I believe it's called, in New Mexico. It's the oldest, dates pre-Columbus, right. With the commandments of the Lord written in Lashuan Kodash.
Right.
Now, how did I get here? It just magically appeared, right? Now, that didn't magically appear.
Right.
Because the 9.5 tribes, if you will, came over here because the Lord showed us the way here. Now, does that mean that there were no Ephraimites in the east? No, yes, there were Ephraimites left. There for sure was Asher.
Right. Because
on their boats, not only was Judah, Benjamin, Levi, there were Asher. How can I prove that? Go ahead.
Because Brazil has the largest.
No, biblically. How can I prove that what I just said, that it wasn't just that it came in the slave trade, that was just only Levi, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but also Asher? New Testament, brother. Nobody thought about that, right? You ever heard of Anna, the old lady that spent her days in the temple?
No, sir.
Yeah, you can look it up. Anna, okay? And it tells you what tribe she's from, right? You can look it up later, or if you find it, we'll bring it out later. But let's continue with this point. Salakia, brother, one more time your name until I get used to it. Salakia. Bakwashi, okay? Read it one more time. You found it? Most High in Christ.
And this is Exodus 21:16.
And
he that selleth a man, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right. So como dije, que no solamente cuando el hombre blanco fue a África, ¿verdad? Y trajo nuestros hermanos, los morenos, los indios occidentales de hoy en día, que son los amaquinos, sus descendientes, y los haitianos, pero también aquellos brasileños, ¿verdad? Aquellos hermanos que habitaban from Colombia to Uruguay, ¿verdad? Okay. De los países de Colombia hasta Uruguay, es el tribu de Aser, ¿ok? Y vinieron con el tribu, o sea, había una porción, there was of course, Asher was here already, but they brought the rest of the tribe of Asher along, over here. You know what I'm saying? So, ese ya estaba acá, pero hubo una porción, ¿verdad? De Asher que estuvo allá en África con nuestro hermano Judá, Benjamín y Levi, ¿ok? Y la escritura dice, así mismo es el que robaré a una persona y la vendiere, o así fuera hallado en su mano, right? He said it clear. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand. Well, guess what, people? You still in his hand?
Right.
Now, I know that we got Israelites. Nah, I'm a free man. I'm free. I ain't nobody's slave. Yes, you are.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you are. Because freedom means you have to have your own language. Right? Is that not true? Freedom means you have to have your own culture, your own land, your own military.
Right.
Do blacks and Latinos, Native Indians got our own military?
Nah, sir.
Think about it. We don't got that, right? The only military right now that's being raised up is in the I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah, I'm right.
And we ain't to lay a hand on nobody. All right, because we ain't hunting right now.
Right.
We're fishing. right? Just like Peter and them, they became fishermen. How he says the Christ, fishermen of men, right? Fisher of men. That's what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there will come a day when Christ said, I have Adam, and then we're going to hunt.
Right.
We're going to hunt.
Yeah, right.
And guess what? It is hot sauce. PK. You know what I'm saying? But we still in his hand. We still in the white man's hand. And don't deny it. You Christians, y'all got to stop that nonsense. I'm free. No, you're not free. What? Because you can get on, you got a passport? Because you can get on a plane, on a cruise ship?
Right.
Dude, where you going? You going out having vacation, but you're coming back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? An African can get on a plane, right? He could live in America, but guess what? Anytime he can go back home.
Right.
To his people. He's Indian, Chinese. All the other races can come to America and go back to where they came from. Where black people are going to go?
Nowhere, sir.
Specifically the Negroes.
Right.
Because at least the other tribes, they got somewhere to go.
Right.
Well, the Negroes in Gad and Reuben, even with that, Gad and Reuben, you got that little portion of that. I mean, other than that, the Negro got hit the hardest. He really don't got no place to claim. You know what I'm saying? So, and I be hating when a lot of Latinos, well, the black people, this and that, they just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
So, like if I may, sir, two things. It's not just the Latinos too. It's a lot of the Benjamin and Levi. They come over here and they look at Judah, like you said, like, y'all, this is not, like you said, they're not understanding. Right. You know, but secondly, what you said, could you use a precept for how everybody has somewhere else to go, that when it gets rough in the prophecies, that everybody's going to return to their people? Right. And right. Could you use that precept?
That's for when the time comes. That's for when the time comes. But I'm talking about as far as the state of Judah goes. Judah right now. And it did say in the scripture that Judah is going to be scattered among the, everywhere too. You know what I'm saying? But there will come a time, whether you believe it or not, Christians, whether you believe it or not, there is going to come a time where every man will consort to their own kind. Right. Go ahead.
I have a question about there's a time for everything. So
okay, so just hold on to that thought. Let me finish this verse because I'll never get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never go through it. Right. So to the point, we still in the white man's hands, right? And it as it says, or if he be found in his hand, there's only one race of people that's guilty of that. Right. Straight up and down. Nobody can deny this. Right. You know what I'm saying? And to the point in where the Latinos aren't seeing this is because you understand from 1492 this way, we've been hit also with that Catholicism. That Catholicism is a good witchcraft. It's like Christianity, Catholicism is all the same. It's the white man's doctrine. It has nothing to do with what's in the Bible. Right. So of course that indoctrination will make you see, well, the black people, man, this and that. But here's what kills me though. You talk about black people, but in your own country, what are you doing? You're saying thing, probably far worse. Probably far worse. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, okay, Judah might do this out of pocket stuff too. We all guilty, this and that. But at the end of the day, what it is that we not blaming the real person to blame. Right. Matter of fact, I had dealt with this 2 days ago, as a matter of fact. My slavery, I picked up this brother who's walking around with a bulletproof vest on, and he got like a strap on, and in the strap, he got this stick about this fat. So me and him were talking about it because he wants to ride lift and blah, 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 right? So then, but I remember the dude, he don't know, the one time he had said something to me off when I was picking up my daughter, right? I didn't bring it up to him. Right. But at the end of the trip, we was cool. Like he was like, damn, I haven't spoken to somebody like you saying what you just said right now in a long time, man. That's what's up. But he was saying he carried that because Latinos be pulling out machetes on him, right? But then he tells me, but I also would take this and hit black people over if I had to too, because I hate both blacks and Latinos. And he's a black man.
Good night.
Okay. And I said, I hear what you're saying, but not all of us Latinos are bad. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you want to blame somebody, who would you blame? He looks at me and says, pale face. And I said, damn right. Right. At the end of the day, he's the one to blame because he's the one that puts us against each other.
Come.
He makes one of us look like we're oppressing the other. You know, Esau does that, right? Esau would say, "Now you see these Puerto Ricans, man. Look at them, man. Come on, man. You've been here in Harlem for this long.
Right.
You've been here in DC. You gonna let these Central Americans come and just run your stuff?" And then go tell the Central Americans the same thing about black people, pitting us against each other. Sound familiar? It sounds way like that goes deep in history in the fields.
Right.
That's what they did to light skins and black skins and dark skins. You know, and me growing up in New York, this is a little sidebar. I did not know that they did that to Taino Indians too. I did not know they did that to Mexicans, to Native American Indians. They took the darker ones and pitted them against the lighter ones. I did not know that. You know, I did not know that. I always thought that that's what it means. I used to in New York City. I used to see beef between light-skinned blacks against black and dark-skinned blacks, and you hear one tell the other, "You ain't my brother," and then me as just observing the situation, I'm like, "Yo, y'all don't know, but y'all acting the same.
Yeah.
Y'all talk the same. I don't know. Y'all vibing the same.
Right.
It's just he's a little lighter, and sometimes the light skin might want to act more blacker than the dark skin one just to prove his blackness, you know, and it should not be that way.
Right.
That's the goddamn white man's fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's our oppressors' fault. That's the colonizers' fault.
Right.
We still in, and that's all because we're still in his hand. So because we're still in his hand, what it says at the end?
He shall surely be put to death.
You see, todavía no encontramos en sus manos, ¿verdad? Y no se pueden negar, todavía estamos en la mano de nuestro oprimidor, nuestro opresor, ¿verdad? El colonizador. Estamos en sus manos y él tiene una forma de poner división entre los latinos en contra de los morenos en contra de los latinos, causar división entre los morenos, por ejemplo, ¿verdad? Él toma los más oscuros y lo ponen en contra, los más que tienen el tez más clarito. Y yo no sabía cuando yo era joven que él hizo lo mismo a los taínos, a los mexicanos y los indios nativos en América. Yo no sabía, pero todo eso resulta porque todavía no encontramos en su mano y dice que si fuere hallado en su mano, morirá. Now, it's saying, if you be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death, right? Right now, we can't touch this man.
Right.
This is a law. Ahora mismo no podemos tocar a este hombre. We can't touch the colonizer. We can't touch our oppressors.
Okay.
Not allowed to do it. Why? Because God said, vengeance is mine, save the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have first dibs.
God.
You know? And guess what? He having them.
God.
He doing it. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Little by little, but he's showing you his might.
Right.
You're maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, Las Vegas. What was Las Vegas played with? Let me see if y'all pay attention to the news. You know the answer.
God.
About 2 months ago, perhaps, right?
Yeah.
Or the beginning of the summer, let's just say it like that.
Vegas up.
You know,
I don't know.
go ahead, tell them.
Grasshopper, sir.
A whole, I'm talking about so much that they could not see in front of them.
Right. God.
I'm going to tell you something, though. One white man as a passenger. Now, the other Edomites are talking about this thing. This one white man said the truth in the car. Well, that was God that did that.
Good night.
And my brain was like, you have no idea the truth you just said.
God.
And he said, you know, because it was biblical. Look at it.
Right.
You know, the other Edomites, they mocked it, you know.
Right.
Of course they would, you know.
Right.
Of course they would. But guess what? God gonna do more than just send them grasshoppers.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
That when you say that, it makes no sense for grasshoppers to be out there because it's a desert.
Yeah.
There's really no vegetation out there.
And I'm glad you said that.
Why is it there?
And I'm glad you said that. Because whatever vegetation was left, God was going to take it away from them. But you're right. On the norm, they would not be there because there is nothing for them for them there in the first place.
Right.
You know, they mainly would be if they're going to hit anything, it's going to be in the nice green areas,
Right.
all the vegetation, because that's what they do. They eat. You know what's that? They be played where you can't even see nothing in front of you except grasshoppers.
Right.
All over the place. Just every step you hear squash, something jumping on you, people going crazy because it's all on the. They're getting the creepy crawly feeling on there. You know what I'm saying? So you know, another thing you to observe. You got a lot of these cities full of what? Bed bugs.
Right. Come.
I've been noticing in DC they're getting. You go on Craigslist, the amount of beds they're trying to get rid of.
Come.
Beds. Why? When I came back from PR, that's something I noticed in Philadelphia. Full of bed bugs. Everywhere you go, bed bugs. And the first thing I thought, this is the Lord, he plaguing them.
Yeah,
plaguing them. You know, because we got plagued with roaches, with flies, with rats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the Lord saying, it's your turn too.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to deserve this. He going to die at the end of the day. That's straight up what's going to happen.
Right. We
are found in his hand. He stole us. And right now it's Lord pushing them pieces so that way they can pay for their crimes. Okay.
Right.
Now, real quick on the sidebar with Anna.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, real quick. That's how you prove it. If anybody,
right, you
know, thinking that it was just only blacks, Haitians, and West Indians, this is the proof that also was some of the tribe of Asher over there too.
Right. And
of course there were other of the other tribes, because remember the scripture said we were going to be spread out to four corners, you know. Okay. So they of course were Simeonites, you know. Lord knows that there's some of the remnant of Simeon in wherever.
Right. Okay.
Or Ephraim or Manasseh, wherever, you know.
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry. Just you can just give them the script. Let them go read it afterwards.
No sweat, sir. It's a quick description in the scripture.
Yeah.
It says Anna the prophetess is a woman mentioned in the Gospel of Luke. According to that gospel, she was an elderly woman of the tribe of Asher.
See?
Who prophesied about Yahushua at the temple of Jerusalem. She appears in Luke, the 2nd chapter, verse 36 through 38, during the presentation of Yahushua at the temple.
Okay. That's how you prove that, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says she prophesied. So
don't think Christian.
Is it only Israelite men that
no
are prophets?
No.
Or
no?
So
it's only the men who has the job of running the nation and teaching. That's their job. How you prove that? You got it?
Let's flock my pastor.
Yeah, find it from. It's only the men.
Okay.
But you got a phone where you pull up this some prophetess by the name of Hilkah, Hilkah, I believe it's spelled. She was a prophetess. A sister can be a prophetess, but her job is whenever the Lord give her something, she's to automatically find a man of the Lord that's in charge.
Damn right.
And tell him, well, the Lord said this, sir. This and this and that, sir.
Right.
That's it. She ain't to go out like how, what's her name? Juanita
Biden.
Juanita Biden.
God.
And ha-cha-cha. And get up in front of the podium. Like Wanda Rolón in Puerto Rico, another prophetess. God. Another fake prophetess.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And many others like them.
Right.
What's the other, that damn devil that's a female too? Joyce?
Joyce Myers.
No, Joyce Myers, right? That's her, you know. She ain't even part of the nation of Israel. But my point being is that female sisters who the Lord allowed to be prophetess, they don't go out and teach.
Right.
Every time I heard a sister that's in church saying, well, what about Deborah? What about that? So then I asked her, well, what about Hilkah?
Right.
Ooh. What about Dorcas? Ooh. Oh, you don't know about them?
Right.
What about Anna?
Right.
Oh, you don't know about them. But go read. They were prophetess too, but they didn't teach the people.
Exactly.
They went and hang coats and make clothing. Are you doing that?
Right.
Go ahead.
So like, and I got into a little debate with my mom about this because she swears up and down a woman can be a prophetess, and she brought up Deborah, and I was like, what did she do when she got the information? She went to Barak.
Yep.
As a righteous woman, like you said, she didn't go out there and say, you know, like trying to teach the people and out of the wrong spirit. She took it to a man of the Lord, yep, who disseminated it to the people. That's
it. That's how it's done in decency and order. Did you find it?
It was it's 2 Kings chapter 22 and 2 Kings chapter 23.
So let's pull it so that way everybody get educated, especially these female Christians.
Yeah, right? And I got the other precept you want to.
Go ahead, let's get this. He's finding that you get this. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men.
Are what?
Are men.
Are what?
Are men.
Right? The flock of his pasture are men, is what it says.
Yeah, right.
Men are the ones that the Lord put in charge. If that's you have a problem with that, is because something definitely deep down inside is wrong with you.
Right.
Because you sister might be, well, what about Ruth? What about the other Esther?
Right.
Well, go read about them.
Right.
Go read. What did Esther do? Did Esther prophesy anything? No. Esther didn't prophesy anything. Esther, from the tribe of Benjamin, followed the orders of Mordecai.
Right.
He was the man in charge.
Right.
And nobody speaks about Mordecai that much.
Right.
Nobody speaks about Mordecai.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mordecai was the man in charge.
Right.
At the time, from the tribe of Benjamin. The other prophets, they all were men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What did Ruth do?
So like, did she go to her husband?
Who?
Boaz.
Right. That's all she did.
God.
The book of Ruth was only an account of how she ended up with Boaz. That's all she did.
Right.
That's all she did. All the history was about Boaz. That's all she did.
So like I said, the Hilka that I'm finding is saying is a man, a priest.
Am I spelling it right? Give me a second. I think you might have to put the word prophetess. But her name starts with an H also. Let me see.
Huldah?
Spell it.
H-U-L-D-A-H.
H-U-L-D-A-H?
Khan.
Prophet.
She was one of the 7 prophetess.
Okay, what's the other names of the other prophets?
It's we have Sarah, Miriam, Deborah, Hannah, Abigail, and Esther.
Deborah, Hannah, and Esther?
Khan.
Okay, it was Huldah. Huldah, the wife of Shaluma, right? 2 Kings 22 and 14.
Khan.
That's where we want to go. I'm going to show you what she did. And you got to read a little bit further up to see who went to her. If I'm not mistaken, it was, what's the brother's name? The Levite. Trying to think of his name. It'll come to me. The one that was given from birth. He was raised by the priest. What's his name? Oh gosh. The one dude during the day of Saul. What's his name?
You said he was he ordained Saul?
King Saul. Yeah. What was his name?
Samuel.
Samuel. Oh, okay, come.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, go through. So, chapter. This is the David, right? This is the David Hilkiah the priest. Okay, this was past Samuel. This was past Samuel. This was doing Hilkiah the high priest, right?
Khan.
And then what verse we supposed to go to?
It's from verse 14 to 20 through 20.
All right. I just want the part where it says what she did, which is verse 14. Go ahead.
This is 2 Kings chapter 22, verse 14. So Hilkiah the priest.
This is Hilkiah.
So Hilkiah the priest and Ahikam and Akbar and Shaphan and Asaiah went unto Huldah the prophetess.
Huldah the prophetess. Go ahead.
The wife of Shalom, the son of Tikva, the son of Perhas, keeper of the wardrobe.
What did she do?
Keeper of the wardrobe.
That's what she did. That's what she did. She was the keeper of the wardrobe. That was her job. She didn't go out there before anybody and teach anything. And you can see the high priest went to her. And he a high priest, but he went to her because the Lord wanted to give him a message. Use her. Remember what also the scripture said in the last days?
He will pour out his
his
spirit.
And it says about
young men and young women.
It starts off by saying the young woman, right? And the young women will prophesy in the last days. Right. So a sister can be a prophetess. She just can't go out and teach nothing. She can't run nothing. She can be a keeper of wardrobe. She can make your garment. You know what I'm saying? She can take money out of her pocket and put it in yours. Right. Which is all right. That's what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Anybody doubting? Shall we move on? Where we need to go now?
We was at, I think we was, I don't know if you were done in Exodus or not, sir.
Yeah, we done with that.
Okay, come on. You said Psalms 83.
Right. So he gonna get put to the. What was the other one? What's the other one? I think it's 147 in the book of Psalms. Give me a second. Why are you going there? And you can get me, because I wanted to make this point. Give me Obadiah 10.
Okay.
All right. Read Psalm 83 and 1.
Come on. Psalms chapter 83, verse 1.
Right.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Right. Hold not thy peace.
Now, a lot of our brothers and sisters that believe in America, that love America, they love going to church in America, right? Or outside of America, but that's part of America, which I'm talking about like South America, Central America, the Caribbean, right?
Right.
Like, I'm going to give you an example. On the island of Puerto Rico, there's 73 towns. The white man divided. It used to be regions, whole regions, right? And each region had a sub-chief. But they answered to one man on the island. His name was, they called him Agüey-Bana. Right? He was the chief in the island of Borinquen, which became later known as the island. Before it was called Puerto Rico, it was called San Juan.
Okay.
All right? Then later on, from what I heard, what I read some months ago, the island became known as Puerto Rico because of America.
Right.
Okay. But they had sub-chiefs, and each region had, like you had a chief by the name of they got a town, they call it Arecibo, but his name was if I'm not mistaken, Arecibo, something like that. They had another chief by the name of Oroscovi. They named the town after him called Orocovis, right? So on and so forth. But they weren't little pieces of what it is today. They divided it into 73 towns, right? And each of those towns got a major, big, large Catholic church.
Right.
73 churches, Catholic churches, okay?
Nice.
Now, that's some real indoctrination.
Yeah,
you know? And when you go do the research, like The world thinks of the Catholics the most saintliest people on the planet when they're the most wickedest.
Right.
You know how much damage they done caused then and still today?
Right.
Because of the Catholic Church, a lot of people were put to death, yo. A lot of people were burnt at the stake. Look at this church. Look, I gotta stand up and show you. This is Catholics right here.
Right.
You got your brothers right here. Look. If you look at it real good, right? What's happening here?
They burning somebody right there.
Right. What this guy got in his hand?
He got like a not an axe, but
Right.
Like a spear type.
Yeah.
Right. And you see what's happening to the other, but they're getting chopped in pieces, right? If you can see the image back right there, you see a mountain full of Ephraimites, right? These guys were all Catholics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see if we can get that. They were all Catholics, yo.
Right.
Now, after everything was said and done, they established themselves in Latin America and in the United States.
Right.
New York City got St. Patrick's Cathedral. That's one of the biggest churches in America.
Come.
All right. When you go to New York City, it's almost like mandatory to go to St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Come.
If you go celebrate New Year's, that's one of your first steps. New Year's Mass is in St. Patrick's Cathedral. Okay, and they got many other places of worship right over here on 16th Street, Washington D.C. How many Catholic churches I see every day, and they big monumental size. Some of them be saying a church for all people, full of rainbow flags. You know, but what people got to understand, and I'm gonna tell you something. There are a lot of Latinos that are coming to the realization that Catholics murdered their families way back then, and they should. And I hope they keep being aware that Catholics did these things. There was this. I'm gonna tell you one famous Catholic priest. His name was Junipero Serra. He was a Spaniard. He was a Spaniard Catholic priest. And he hated Native American Indians, like with a passion. He hated Native American Indians. Bartolomé de la Casa, right? According to the books, history books, said that he was an Indian sympathizer, but he hated Negroes. Okay? Bartolomé de la Casa is just as guilty as any Spaniard, as any colonizer. What's that fool now? That's the Pope. What's his name?
Not Alexander.
Whatever his name.
Pope Clement?
The Pope. What's his name now? The
Pope
new
Clement?
one. No, the one that's right now seating right now. What's his name?
Pope Francis.
Francis. That name sounds gay.
Yeah.
It's fitting for his ass. Excuse my language. But he's just as guilty as any other colonizer.
Right.
Yeah, he's from Latin America, but that's an Italian.
Right.
That's a Roman. Okay, that's a Roman right there. I'm saying. Now let me get some Spanish.
Come. You think, sir?
Nuestra gente, ¿verdad? No se den de cuenta y gracias al Señor y en nombre de Cristo que muchos de nuestros hermanos latinos ahora se están dando de cuenta que los católicos, ¿verdad? Esa institución de asesinos, ¿verdad? The institution of assassins, ¿ok? Son culpables como cualquier oprimidor, ¿verdad? Que causó daños cuando llegaron a esta parte de la planeta. Son culpables. Hasta el Papa, el supuesto llamado Papa Francis, ¿verdad? Es culpable. Okay. Nuestra gente se están dando de cuenta que ellos causaron mucha destrucción de nuestra familia. Okay. Obadiah, right? I want the 10th verse. You got it?
Obadiah
10, verse 10.
What chapter, sir?
It's just only one chapter there. That's why just go to Obadiah verse 10.
Right. So Obadiah 1 and 10.
Right. For
thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Right. That's what we suffer right now. Give me hold that there. I don't want to come back to that. Ezekiel 35 and 5 is what I need to get.
Come on.
You can hold Obadiah, right? I want to. We'll go back to that Psalm 83 soon, but let me get that right. It's just to make to this point. Go ahead.
Come on. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual.
Now, I got to read that part in Spanish. It's important, right? I got to read it in Spanish.
¿Verdad?
Estamos en el libro de Ezequiel, capítulo 35 y versículo 5. Y nos dice así mismo, mira, dice, it should show up in Spanish automatically. Right, dice, por cuanto tuviste enemistad perpetua, right? Read it from the top.
Come on. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Right, stop right there. It says enemistad, right? Right, is the word enemistad, right? Come from enemigo, which means enemy.
Right.
They've been a perpetual, in Spanish, it's letting you know he's always been a perpetual enemy.
Right.
Right, he's talking about Esau. Okay, esto está hablando de nuestro oprimidor, del tribu de Esaí. Okay, en inglés trasladado dice, porque por cuanto tuviste odio perpetual, right? I just literally translated word for word what it says in English. I said odio, the word odio, right? In old Spanish, it would say aborrecer, right? We use the term aborrecer in Spanish today to mean you're bored, right? But originally, the word meant you hated something. Okay? And of course, like the white man like to change certain meaning, they'll take the same word and switch up the meaning, right? But it's still dope to how he's saying he's been a perpetual enemy.
Yeah,
You can't get around that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nuestra gente no entiende que hasta el mismo Todopoderoso nos están enseñando en esta escritura que oprimidor, nuestro opresor, ¿verdad? El europeo, ¿verdad? El colonizador de los latinos, de los morenos, de los indios norteamericanos, de los indios seminoles, ¿verdad? Es un enemigo perpetual. Tiene odio perpetual. Read it. Because thou hast
had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Right, it says, y entregaste a los hijos de Israel al poder de la espada. Right? This is what it's saying in Spanish. I'm given over the children of Israel to the sword.
Right.
Which means the same thing.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
By the force of the sword.
Right, you see that? Go ahead.
In the time of their calamity.
You see that? So now, right? Dice, en el tiempo de su aflicción. Calamity, affliction means the same thing. And trouble.
Right.
It means all the same thing. Because this devil, right? When we're most beat down, he still kills us. Ain't that something? Like, It's not good enough that we on drugs. Right. We're beat down. We're poverty stricken. Our families are destroyed. Families make families have become enemies within their own household because of this oppression.
Right.
That's not enough.
Right.
You got to degrade us. You got to talk bad about us. You got to make us public spectacle in front of the whole planet that we are a race of people that's no good.
Right.
You got to defame us. You got to let the whole planet know that these are a bunch of drug dealers.
Right.
Like Donald Trump saying. I'm bringing all this point now, right? Because what did Donald Trump said yesterday about the brothers and sisters from Bahamas?
Same thing he said about the Israelites.
You didn't know that, right?
Yeah.
He said he does not want any Bahamians to come in undocumented because they're going to bring their drug dealers, their criminals, all the bad people into America. But now I'm gonna give you something. Let me hear what you got to say.
And he said he don't want them coming in undocumented. They need to have visas first. When they just grab the clothes off their back and grab what they could and left, and half their island is just in smithereens. Who goes and takes their?
I'm gonna expand that more for you. The other day, you probably heard the message. The other day, Baltimore put in a link of a brother from the Bahamas, right? And in this message, it was a audio message. It wasn't text. It wasn't video. It was audio, and he was saying, "Please share this with everybody. The media is not telling you the whole truth. They're not telling you how there's much more bodies that you see parts of dead brothers and sisters crushed under buildings in flooded areas. They're not telling you that white people are with guns in the Bahamas. They're not telling you that they're shooting on sight at the airport in the Bahamas. None of that came out on the news. None of that came on the news. So even the whoever's the prime minister of the Bahamas, right? You can clearly see he in the white man's pocket.
Right.
Because why would you allow only the white people to carry guns in the Bahamas?
Right.
This is a place that's going through an emergency. Donald Trump and all the oppressors need death.
Yeah, right.
Because how are you going to say after such a tragic event, you need documentation? What are you, stupid?
Right.
No, he's not stupid. He's not stupid.
Right.
He know what he doing. He know he feeding his people.
Right.
He know he feeding his people the right energy that they need to keep the hate going. So he loves his people. I can understand that part. But you Christians don't love your people.
Right.
You Christians love Donald Trump. The same brother that I talked about earlier, right? That was walking around the street. He said he agrees with Donald Trump. People misunderstands Donald Trump. So of course my response was like, because I'm slaving, but I have to be slick on how I said stuff. I was like, I can dig it.
Yeah, right.
I can dig it. Now, when are we gonna look at do the same?
Right.
Crickets. Crickets. Go ahead.
It's like if I may, sir. And he has the nerve to say he doesn't want the Bahamians, our brothers down there, to bring their drug dealers and this and that here to America when the colonizer, the oppressor, goes and takes vacation down to the Bahamas just to get high, just to buy prostitutes, just to bring their pollution and filth to the island.
If I can add on to that, who were the people that built Miami?
Was the mafia?
No. The manual labor.
Oh, Hispanics.
No.
It was the slaves.
People from the Bahamas.
Oh, God.
Do the research. Yeah, they know that, right?
No lies.
The majority of the workers that built up Miami was the brothers from the Bahamas.
Good night.
And you know how they got funded?
No.
They was able to make all that project go through Coke money. The county of Miami-Dade, right? The county of Miami-Dade moved up in status because of cocaine money. You could do the research. Now, who did that?
CIA.
Our oppressors did that. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why, and think about it, the coca leaf, yes, it was fine. It's in South America, but the indigenous brothers and sisters, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. We was off before the colonizers here. We was using it because we was simple. But we was not like a drug dealing thing. It was a thing that because we thought in our stupidity, we were being spiritual. I'm gonna tell you, I'm saying that because that happened also in Puerto Rico. You know, we used to take plants, like there's a plant in Puerto Rico that we call campanita, right? Which means little bell, right? It's a white leaf. It looks like a little bell and it's white.
Right.
I've never tried it because when I heard and I've seen what it does to you, it literally makes you schizophrenic permanently. You stay on an everlasting trip permanently just by one bell. So I know full well that in times past, some of us in our simplicity used that, but it was not like we were selling it in bags.
Right.
That all selling in bags came from the white man.
Right.
Process this, process it.
Right.
You know, and it's evident. It's evident. It was the U.S. government.
Right.
The U.S. government wanted to bring it in the same way. You can go right now. Check it out. Somebody type in right now in the search, U.S. military protecting poppy fields.
Go
ahead.
I was back to the Miami part. In order to incorporate the city, the town of Miami, they needed an X amount of people. They didn't have enough white people, so they used the slaves that they had to incorporate the city of Miami.
Okay,
even
to what purpose did they incorporate? What do you mean? Because
in order for it, the town to be an official city,
it's recognized.
Yes, it's recognized. It has to be incorporated.
Okay.
It had to have. I'm just throwing out a number, like 300 people living there, and it was only like 100 or 50 or so white people.
Right.
So they used the rest as the slaves that were there.
Right. Okay. Then you use the term incorporated. It sounds like it's a business now. That's what it sounds like to me now. Now Miami is a business. Hey, they do business, but a lot of us don't know that the whole thing was set up by cocaine money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole thing was set up by cocaine. America, when it needs money, what's their primary resource to go get money?
Drugs.
Yes.
God.
Did you know they got a book on how to run a country? There's a book out there, How to Run a Country. One of the ingredients on how to run a country is making sure you have a profitable drug system.
Good night.
Okay, it's in that book.
Right.
It teaches other up and coming countries that if you want to move up, you got to also allow drug selling in your country.
Right.
Not something I make up. You can search it out.
Right.
I learned about this when I was in Puerto Rico because it came out on one of those variety shows.
God.
Right. So did you see the image? Right? Did you see the pictures of the U.S. military protect? I think there you go. Look at it right there. Let me if I could, I'm gonna show it to the brothers and sisters. Let's see if I could expand it. This is what the new phones right there. Wait, hold on.
Oh, I don't have a screen rotation on Slack.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll do my best, right? So, just for the people online, right? Boom. They can see that, right?
Right.
Let me go over here to YouTube to put it on the YouTube camera. Right? I'll bring you closer, right?
Right.
Right. And y'all can just search it. Hagan una búsqueda y ponen en la búsqueda el militar de los Estados Unidos protegiendo a la granja o las fincas de la semilla de poppy, okay? Poppy seeds are used to make what? Bagels? Yes. Yeah, because they sell poppy seed bagels, but is that the reason why they're protecting it? Yeah. The opioid crisis is because of that. Now, you got to ask yourself, why would they do that? Why would the U.S. military be so interested in the opioid and the poppy seed? Once again, when you're short in cash, drug money.
Right.
We get another Miami. We get another New York City. Drug money. Want free labor?
Right.
Arrest those that are selling the drugs.
And
recycle the drugs back out to the street. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. That's America. That's America. And here's the thing. We the slaves, we the victims of it.
Right.
And it pisses me off every time I'm just thinking about it right now, but it just pisses me off every time I hear a goddamn Christian. They always says, look at them. They just on the corner, they smoke and hang out all day. Well, God damn it. If they clean their act up, who are they going to benefit? Somebody explain that to me. Who are they going to benefit if they clean the act up? This is supposed to be bilingual. It's a lot. You Puerto Ricans that are watching online, catch up. You know, it is, but it's real though. It's real. You know, they clean the act up to do what? To become trained slaves.
Right.
For who? I mean, if I'm gonna be a trained slave, I might as well be a trained slave to serve my people.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, it just makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense. Not just to make America great. America, Donald Trump, that's Donald Trump's job.
Right.
He's trying to make America great. And he's going to get what he asked for.
Yeah, damn right.
He's going to get it. It's going to be great, right?
Damn right.
It's going to be a great wasteland.
Okay. So like I said, it shows the hypocrisy that the entire United States stands for. They love to talk to us and tell us about the principles of honor and duty and integrity and service and humanity and all those things that sound good on paper, when they established this country to keep this country running by abandoning every one of those principles, by being greedy, murder, you know what I'm saying, drug, like you said, the fact they wrote a book, a manual on how to start a country, and they include that in there, let you know these are people, these are,
they far worse than monsters.
Yeah, come on.
There's no other word, man.
Right.
Command Yahanna be saying it lovely every time he said these are monsters.
Right.
These people are monsters, and he is right. He is 100% right. These people are like the more you settle, you're rooted into the truth. You see how much of a monster these people are. You know, and the part I don't like is that I have to play nice.
Yeah, God, same here. That's like it.
You know,
God.
I seen the video about this Edomite talking about the Nike shoes and how Kaepernick, he told Kaepernick, you stop complaining. Yeah, well, you're whiny, always complaining. Always complaining. You know, and I look at this devil, and I was like, so what he's supposed to stay shut while you kill him? Right. Is that what you expect black people to do? Right. Stay quiet, like good little puppies while you kill us? Right. No other race. Why don't you go tell that to Bin Laden's people? Come on. See what happens, right? Why don't you go tell that to the prime minister? What's the prime minister of China? Whatever his name is. Just pick a name. I don't know. Throw a can down the steps or whatever sound that makes. That's his name.
Jane Joe.
Yeah, whatever. But we got to be quiet. We got to stay shut. Right. We can't express the hurt. Nah, that's enough. With 2019, and the Lord is about to turn it up, man. Right. The scripture even tell you they have had a perpetual hatred for us. Right. You know what I'm saying? That it's an everlasting hatred, man. Oh God. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what thought just came to my mind? I hope A$AP Rocky realized he oppresses the devil.
Oh yeah, damn right.
I hope right now he'll now think about, you know what? I shouldn't have said what I said. Right. Because I might be Hollywood, but I'm still a nigga.
Oh yeah, come on.
I'm still looked at as a person from the ghetto, no matter what.
Right.
And every black man, whether you're poor or rich, you gotta realize that. Right. You gotta not front. Jay-Z, he don't impress me. Nah. I don't care how lyrical you are. If you ain't buy the Mousy projects, right, you ain't nothing. Right. You got all the money in the world to spend on Uber. You become, invested in Uber and these other companies. Right. What about investments in black people? Right. You made the oppressor rich. You could have started your own Uber. How about that? Right. You have the money. You have the money. Right. Or you give it a nice catchy name. Rock Ride or something.
Yeah.
Dope, right? You know what I'm saying? Hire me, I'll give you some names.
Rock Ride.
Catch a rock ride there.
Yeah, God.
Straight up. Now I hope he hear that too. Straight up, But let's continue, brothers. What time frame we at?
It's like 8:15 right now, sir.
Okay. Now, once again, you got a question, just ask it. Let me see if nobody asking questions. Let me see if I get some people up in here.
Okay.
While y'all keep reading what see my in-law, my son-in-law. Go ahead. Do we finish Ezekiel 35:5?
Yep, come on. No, not.
Let's finish that so we can go back to Obadiah.
Okay. In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. Our iniquity was supposed to be an end, right? We were supposed to serve the punishment.
Right.
and it was supposed to come to the end. The Bible does tell you they overstepped their boundaries.
Right.
Right now, and as you can see why Commander General Yohanna teaches us that the white man, right, is the devil.
That's right.
Straight up and down. The oppressors is the devil because they were supposed to let us go.
Right.
That's it. Tell us who we are. They got the records.
Yeah, God.
One of the places, the National Archives, got our records.
Oh, God.
The other spot is in the basement at the Vatican.
Right.
They know who we are. The problem is, do we know who we are?
Oh, God.
Do we know who we are?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Thank be the Most High in Christ for the U.P.K.
Yeah, right,
we would have still been lost, not knowing who we are. You know what I'm saying? Any other, even though we're not affiliated with you, even though you might be teaching the 12 tribes, blah, 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 you know you got it from the one voice.
Yeah, right.
You know? What's that term they used to say back in the day? Always imitated but never duplicated. Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
That's what
Often imitated.
Often imitated but
Right.
never duplicated. The
Right.
U.P.K.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And we still in their hand, right? Still being afflicted. Is that at the end of the verse?
Go
Go to Obadiah now, 1 and 10.
So Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10.
Read it with,
For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee.
right? Read it again with more flame.
For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover
You
thee.
see it? The Lord said, for thy violence against thy brother, right?
Right.
Shame shall cover thee.
Right? I'm going to get that in Spanish. It's important. All right, Obadiah, it says this. All right. Versículo 10. Abdías, capítulo 1, versículo 10 dice, por la injuria a tu hermano Jacob, right? Injuria, right, means injustice, right?
God.
What it should have said, por la violencia, is what it should have said. You know what I'm saying? But he even show you the Spaniard oppressor try to switch it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lo que debe decir es por la violencia a tu hermano Jacob te cubrirá vergüenza, is what it should say. Okay, now I'm going to get the translation to that word injuria, right? I'm going to get the translation, right? Let me see that. What's that button there? Translate. Here we go. Injuria. Okay. It says injuria, right? Right, that word injuria, I gotta get it. It means insult, right? Right? Of offense, right? It says act or insult that offend a person, right? For even trying to come against his dignity, honor, credibility, etc. Especially when it's something unjust, right? But in English, you don't say that.
Right.
It's clear for
Right.
like violence, right?
God.
You devils messed up the Spanish too. I'm telling you what it is, man. Dice, debe decir, por la violencia, ¿verdad? Por la violencia. Wait, what happened here? Oh, my bad. Go back. Debe decir, por la violencia a tu hermano Jacob te cubrirá vergüenza. Shame shall cover thee. That's what we do. That's what we letting people know. We're putting the oppressor to shame because of the crimes they committed against us.
Right.
And you know, these devils be proud as hell. You see how they walk up and down the cities smiling.
Right.
Right? You remember that cat that one day that Edom, I forgot his name. He at the camp, the one that he said that he has a sister as his wife.
Yeah,
right? And I hear what you're saying, you know, and you're right.
Right.
But when we had him prove it, then
Right.
no, he wasn't trying to prove that.
Nah.
You know, that shows you how he's treating that sister.
Sir.
That act right there shows you that he's using the sister as a pet.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And when Yohanna is right, when you marry outside your race, you are actually not a loved one but a mascot.
Right.
He used to love his pets.
Right.
But he know they pets.
God.
You know, he know their pets don't dress like how he dressed.
God.
You know, that's how he treats us. We got to realize that you're the mascot.
Right.
Van Jones, you know who Van Jones is, right?
Yeah, God.
He got a Edomite wife.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, and you should see when they were interviewing him and what he was trying to do. But every once in a while they will see him converse with the woman, and she more talks to him like she runs, like she wear the pants. And I'm like, you a sucker.
Yeah, come on, God.
You put yourself in that spot, though. But you know,
God.
Yeah. So continue. Let's finish the verse.
Come on, come.
Shame shall cover thee,
and thou shalt be cut off forever.
See, and that's good. Dice, y serás cortado para siempre. That part they got there right.
Okay.
Shall be cut off forever. Like the Lord ain't playing with it.
Right.
When he says shall be, means it's going to happen. He's going to take these people who are ruling now, who have established themselves on the earth, right, to be the superpower, using the Israelites, just how the Egyptians did.
Right.
And put themselves in a place of power. They're now going to be cut forever.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying hard. That's why, if you think about it, why he want to make America great? Because he know, like, find the scripture.
Okay.
If you think what I'm thinking of,
okay.
Why are he so desperately now trying to push in these days and times?
Okay.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Okay, sir.
You don't.
Revelations 12:12.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Right. That's exactly what I wanted.
Revelation chapter 12.
You can get me Isaiah 14:21 because it's going to line up with that one. And this one is going to line up with the thought that I just had. Read it.
Okay. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Now hold it there, right?
Okay.
12:12. Apocalipsis 12:12 nos dice, por lo cuales alegraos, cielos, y los que moráis en ellos, hay de ellos, perdón, hay de los moradores de la tierra y del mar. Right? Keep going.
Okay. For the devil is come down unto you.
Porque el diablo ha descendido a vosotros. Keep going.
Okay. Having great wrath.
Teniendo grande ira. Go ahead.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Sabiendo que tiene poco tiempo. You want to know why the things are escalated?
Right.
This is the scripture that's letting you know
the
reason why stuff is escalating. He wants to make America. He pushing it hard. And the next one is lined up like they line themselves up, right? Like I heard, and I think I'm gonna have to read this book, these two books. But I've heard that they always wanted a dictator to rule America.
Right.
They've always wanted a dictator to rule America. Okay, well, they got it.
Yeah,
they got it. But now it's a hard push.
Right.
The murders that are escalated, that's on us to view what's going on.
Right.
Our problem is that we don't want to accept it. Well, not the brothers in the U.P.K, of course. Nuestro problema es que no queremos aceptar lo que está sucediendo en la tierra. El Señor está causando que por los medios estamos viendo la visualización, ¿verdad? O los videos de lo que está sucediendo a nuestra gente. We're visually seeing in the videos of what is happening to our people.
Right.
And it's happening more frequent, right? More often.
Right.
And every day, I'm telling you, literally, because I got this app called BuzzFeed, right? Every single day is a case, police doing something to us.
Right.
Some oppressor saying this and that to us. Every single day, more than I'm talking about. I don't want to put my age out there, but I really don't care about my age. I'm half a century.
Right.
Yeah. And I would hear here and there about the stories of what happened in the past.
Right.
But in the last 3-4 years, it's become more and more and more. Even this year, I think it's just so far been the worst.
Okay. So like if I may, sir, two things. You just brought it out. And my father says that all the time. You're about the same age, a little bit younger. He said, never has he seen stuff happen. He said he don't know because the cell phone is capturing everything or what, but he said it seems like everything is happening so fast. He's like in a high concentration.
It is.
And then I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, not only that, it's not just the devil that's oppressing us now, it's the other nations, the heathens are getting emboldened to put their foot on the neck of the Lord's people as well.
You're right. You are right. Because why? The oppressors allowing it.
Okay.
Right? And you know why? Captain Mashak said it the best to me. He said he wanted to be making sure that he don't get treated like how he treats us.
Right.
So we got to side with the oppressor.
Right.
Right. And the only way to stay in the good graces of the oppressor is to act like the oppressor against the Lord's people.
Okay.
Right? And that made sense. That makes sense to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this devil, he doing anything because he know his time is almost up. Make America great. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
We done with that, right? We're done with this. Give me what I wanted to. Isaiah 14 and 21.
This book of Isaiah chapter 14, 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right. So ya sabemos, ¿verdad? Que el diablo sabe, ¿verdad? Que tiene poco tiempo. Y él aumentó su ira en contra de los hijos de Israel. ¿Ok? Estamos ahora en Isaías capítulo 14 y 21. Right? Read it from the top.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Okay. Aparejad sus hijos para el matadero. Go ahead.
For the iniquities of their fathers.
Por la maldad de sus padres. Go ahead.
That they do not rise.
No se levanten. Go ahead.
Nor possess the land.
Ni posean la tierra.
Nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
Y hinchan la haz del mundo de ciudades. Okay?
Right.
So read it from the top and we'll go line by line.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Aparejad sus hijos para el matadero, right? And how do you go about preparing slaughter, right? Now, simplicity will make you think, well, time to stack it up, right?
Right.
Get all the AR-15s and the crossbows and make pipe bombs and Molotov cocktails because we got to come up against. That's what the Black Panther thought, right? That's what the young laws thought. Right? That's what the new Black Panther. Right, all these groups, they don't understand this, man. Let me make it clear. Let's make it clear as we've been taught in the UPK. No weapon you got that the white man ain't got better. You put out a gun, he put out a bazooka.
Right.
You put a bazooka, he put out a tank. You pull out a tank, he pulled out a nuclear bomb. End of story. What you gonna do?
Right.
So obviously, he's not telling you to actually physically prepare slaughter. No, you prepare slaughter by teaching against these oppressors.
Right.
It's like it's saying prepare, meaning you got to set him up.
Right.
Right. You set him up. Find me where it says that the prophets of old have prophesied against nations. I'm paraphrasing. Right. They prepared too. That's how they prepared to slaughter. Keep going.
For the iniquities of their fathers.
Dice que aparejar sus hijos para el matadero por la maldad de su padre. Preparando o aparejar los hijos de los oprimidores, ¿verdad? Para el matadero por la maldad de sus padres, ¿verdad? Padres de los antepasados. No significa que debe tomar armas en contra ellos, porque si tú tomas una pistola, ellos sacan una bazooka. Si tú utilizas una bazooka o una granada, ellos sacan un tanque. Cualquier arma que tú en tu mente crees que puede tener, ellos tienen uno mejor que eso. So, obviamente, esto no significa armas. La única forma que uno puede aparejar es enseñando en contra de ellos, como lo estamos haciendo en la escuela israelita del conocimiento práctico universal. Okay? For the iniquity of their fathers, right? Like, and we hear it all the time. Well, I wasn't back then, I have nothing to do with the slavery, blah, blah, blah. But like, once again, Commander General Yohanna and the generals have been taught us that they have inherited their father's bill. And that's how it works. You build something, when you die, who gets it? Your kids do. I mean, that's how it is, right? You work hard, you sweat, right? You bought a house, right? You work, you finally paid off the house. You die. Who get the house?
Kids.
The kids do, right?
Okay.
So they take over your responsibilities.
Right.
That's how it is. That's how it is. And the proof. Let's hear. And what I'm about to say, everybody knows, every black and Hispanic go through this all the time. Your dad dies, he owed child support, he died. Who ends up paying the child support? The kids.
Kids, don't come.
If you don't believe me, do the research.
Right.
Yes. You didn't know that?
Wow, sir.
What?
Do the research, brother. You didn't know that. You didn't. We're dealing with the devil, brother.
Right. God.
Welcome to America. Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, good night.
Go ahead.
It's like I say, it's no different than any other bill. If a funeral, one of your parents die and they have these funeral costs,
thank you.
It comes right down to the children.
Thank you. That's the easy way to put it.
God.
But yeah, I've heard cases where the parent died,
Yep.
the father died, and made the son pay for the bill, or made the brother pay for the bill, or made if the son died and his father is still alive, he ended up paying the child support. Welcome to America.
Right.
That's messed up, right?
Yeah,
all the way messed up.
Yeah.
Guess what? Now you see why he prepares slaughter for the children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Right.
You see it now, right?
Okay.
Because you see that if we feel that's injustice, right, against us, right? We feel that's a wrong thing, the unjust thing to do to a people. How dare you tell us? Well, I wasn't there. I didn't do it. You personally, you didn't do it, but you got the bill.
Right.
You're benefiting off of whatever they did. You benefited. Oh, but my folks come from Europe. Yes, so do every other one.
Right.
They're colonized where they came from.
Right. God.
Go ahead.
So like I say, I look at it like if you go to a restaurant with a bunch of people and you guys are all eating and getting full at the restaurant and everybody else end up leaving the restaurant. You're stuck with the bill. Nobody wants to hear, well, I didn't have what he had. I didn't eat what it.
The shop owner not gonna care about none of that.
Yeah, no.
You got somebody got to pay.
Right.
And that's what God wants black people to do, and Hispanic and Native American Indians to realize. We paid for the crimes against God. Our forefathers did it.
Right.
But we paid. Am I lying?
Not lying, sir.
Our forefathers did the crime, but we paid.
Right.
Because we inherited what our fathers did.
Right.
And if we want to get technical, we was them.
Yeah, God.
It's what it is, though.
But
guess what? Although the son of them Edomites say, it wasn't me. Yes, it was you. You just don't understand. You came back.
Right.
In a different body. You are George Washington. You just now called Timmy today. You is Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
You just call Benedict or whatever. Roger is some white name. Chad. Your name used to be Abraham, today you're Chad. And you're Thomas Jefferson, today you're Peyton.
Right.
You know, some oppressive name. You know? You're them. Keep going. Prepare the slaughter, right, for the children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Go ahead.
That they do not rise.
And that's beautiful. No levante. That is so beautiful. The Lord wants them never to rise again.
Right.
And doesn't have, he said, wait, Tavon said, hey, wait, hold on. Who's this? Oh, this is one of them chats. Wait, let me see something. Oh, this is something. So I gotta check out there. See? They posted another event. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
There's another video to watch about something what I just mentioned about earlier about what these oppressed.
So like if I may, I just got a report that it was a shooting at Walmart, another Walmart. I'm trying to figure out exactly where it was at.
Make America great again.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
God.
Go ahead.
I have a question. It was from earlier, but it's kind of leading into
go ahead, ask it.
Into what this is. It says prepare slaughter, and you said right now we're fishers of men.
Right.
But when Christ comes back, we're not gonna be fishers, we'll be hunters.
Right. Go ahead.
What if there are those of us who are in the truth that just because we've been here in captivity don't know how to hunt? Should we? I mean, as prepare, I'm saying like,
yeah.
Should we?
Okay, understand this, right? When Moses was in charge, there were a bunch of Israelites who didn't know how to fight. They got trained.
Right.
Okay.
When you come into the truth and do your time, you will go through Hebrew Academy. And let's say Christ came in the next hour. You didn't know nothing now. And he decided, well, you go up in the chairs and come back down. You think we're just going to come back down and that's that? No, we're going to prepare how we prepared in the wilderness. There's going to be some filtering, though. It's like there was some filtering in with Moses.
Right.
And then the strong, the ones that made it, they were warriors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who knew how to protect the nation, knew how to protect the families.
Right.
It's going to be that way too. So in that day, right? What did it say? Scripture, the scripture. I need you to find this for me. I need you to find this for me. Okay. Find where it says the fire before and the fire after.
I think it's Joel 2 and 3.
Yep, that's it. Give me a second. Let me put this on mute.
You said Job or Joel?
Joel. Slack. Joel, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, somebody trying to get my card. All right. Give me a second.
Okay.
I don't know what's this about.
Damn.
Go ahead, read it.
Come Khan. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 3. A fire devoureth before them.
Okay, stop right there. Right, it's saying a fire before us, right? Go ahead.
And behind them a flame burneth.
Okay. Now, it's saying a fire before and the flame burneth after, right?
Okay.
The reason why it's saying the fire before is because we're going in, right? Matter of fact, a few verses up. Read a few verses up because it should say something to the effect that we shall not break rank. That's what I need. That's what I need. Because that will help you see it better.
Okay.
What is going on with this phone? It's a log in there. Go ahead. Did you get it?
Wow, sir.
You gotta look for the word rank if you can help them out there. But read that line what you got because of time's sake.
Khan. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Okay, so you'll know what happening here, right? Is that we're marching, right? And while we're marching, we're going to destroy what's before us. And when we leave, is the aftermath of the destruction. That's why I say a fire burneth before us. We're marching towards that place right there, and as we're rummaging through it, right, things are blowing up. What's before us? I mean, if you understand that concept, what's right in front of you, you're destroying it.
Right.
That's what it's saying. You're slaughtering these people, burning those buildings down, trashing it. Once that's done, when you look back, well, what you're gonna see? Smoke and flames. Keep going.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
And that should give you a better analogy.
Right.
Meaning, as you marching, the reason why. Okay, let me help you. Why is it using the term a Garden of Eden? The land is read that line again.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Stop that right there. Right? Why did the Lord use that term, the Garden of Eden?
Because it was a paradise. It was perfect.
Don't use Christian, right? Because what you think is paradise is not what that's the Christian thought about it, you know. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, let me hear what you.
It was like lush. It was lush and plentiful.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Like a vacation spot, someone.
You can use that term too. Think of it as a place of wealth.
Okay, good.
Right.
Good.
It was, for lack of a better term, a paradise, right? A nice plush space, you know. But you want to think of it as a wealthy place, right? It was a well-to-do. It was New York City. Imagine you marching and you see New York City. New York City is splendid. You got wealth, right? There's commerce happening, and then we run through it, and what's left?
Right.
And rocks turned over,
Syria.
buildings toppled down.
Syria.
Yeah, Syria. Exactly. Vietnam.
Right.
Just think about it like that. You see New York City, when you look back, it's Vietnam. It's Syria.
Right.
Keep going.
And behind them a desolate wilderness.
There it is. Meaning it's empty. No life surviving.
Right.
Keep going.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
You see that?
Right.
I bring you there to make you understand that if that there's going to be some training before we get to that.
Right.
You know, right in the Hebrew Academy, you'll get training on how to deal with the situations currently at hand.
Right.
And that day is more than just dealing with this. It'll be that situation currently at hand, put it like that.
Right.
Which we're going to need this. If you read in the in this book, right? It says in the blinking of eyes, our bodies, I'm paraphrasing, right, will be changed. Think of, I want to put it like this to make you better understand. You right now here, right, in this body, in that day, you will be Superman.
Right.
You will be Spider-Man. You will be the Incredible Hulk. In that chapter, it tells you that they'll be shooting at us and we won't die. Now think about that. What other character you know that you get shoot at and he doesn't die?
Superman.
And this is literal. This is not fantasy. That's not a vision. It's going to be literally like that. They'll shoot at you and things will just bounce off of you. Mm-hmm. And when you smack them, it's going to be a Super Saiyan smack. It's going to be so hard, it's going to be like you busting the grape.
Right.
Come on now.
Because, like I said, I found the break ranks and exactly what you described.
Go ahead.
This is verse 7. They shall run like mighty men.
Now think about that. You know the Flash.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Who sounds that? Who does that? Spider-Man. Go ahead.
Okay. They shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
Meaning what? We're going to keep order.
Right.
We're going to march on our way, staying in rank order.
Right.
We're not going to do what we want. We're going to do what the order is given.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Neither shall one thrust another.
You see that? Go ahead.
They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Sounds like who?
Superman.
There you go.
Okay.
Because the blade, the sharp is going to be, when they try to stab us with it, in this case, it'd probably be bullets.
Right.
But, you know, the blade is just synonymous with a weapon.
Right.
Whatever weapon they can have is going to be like, could you imagine Esau, other races?
Right.
Bah, just shooting you with a 12 gauge in your face.
Right.
Bah, letting off. And when the smoke clear, you still have an intact head.
Right. And
just looking at him like, is that all you got?
Right.
He's going to drop the weapon and run. Because what can you do to a person like that?
Right.
What can you do? Go ahead.
Serve him.
Okay, that will be the ideal, and eventually they're going to do that. Right? With rigor, as the scripture says. With rigor, because we're serving them with rigor.
Right.
Do you know what the term means?
With great passion.
No. That's what they see once again. Esau switching the definition. Rigor meaning we serving Esau with great cruelty.
Right.
They being very cruel to us.
Right.
And that day we're going to be cruel to them. That's how it is.
God.
And ideally, that's what they're gonna have to do. But in that instant, they're gonna run and try to be like, they're gonna be so scared out their wits.
Right.
Because you imagine 12 gauge, even if you cut it to a baby boom boom,
right,
and put it to somebody's face, hoping that you're gonna blow his head off. When the smoke clear, he got his head, no holes in his face, the eyes, everything's intact. Mm-hmm. And he smiles in your face and tells you, is that all you got? And looking at you like this, is that all you got?
Right.
Like Luke Cage.
My turn.
Good night.
This is gonna be like my turn.
So like, sir, is this going to be happening before Christ comes back or during?
Remember, this is after he done after America's destroyed.
Right.
Right? After we're brought down, and now it's time to go.
Okay, good.
Remember, it's telling you on his way, right? We're going to go on his way. Now it's hunting season.
Right.
How you know it's hunting season? Because in the book of Revelations, it tells you, right, that we're going to go and pull them out their holes.
Right.
What does that mean?
It's a lot. All you see on the show, the doomsday preppers, all the bunkers, and
there you go. You
and
want
the mountains and Mount Cheyenne Mountain and everything.
The dumb centers. You know what the dumb centers?
What are those? That's where like they got these spaces where sometimes they.
But what does it mean? Is it an acronym? DUMB.
I don't know that.
I was hoping because you went through that. You went through the military. Deep underground military base.
Okay,
that's what dumb means. We're gonna be pulling them right up from under there.
Right.
They got whole cities underground. Those military bases, that's what that is.
Right.
They got whole military bases set up. Like, there's actually a place you can YouTube this. They be trucks. I'm talking about 18-wheelers constantly be going and bringing supplies in there, like filling up their stock rooms constantly. They let down to a certain point, leave the trailer, pick up an empty one, and out. Filling up. They preparing themselves. Think about it. The devil know he had but a little time, right? Coming down with great wrath, right? What else did the devil do recently?
Space Force.
Oh my God, you right on me. You right in my brain, brother. Exactly. That lets you know he knows something coming.
Oh yeah,
He knows something coming.
So like if I may too, and we just, not us in U.P.K, but we carry on, our people carry on in the world as if this is going to continue to go on. When, like you said, they empower, no, time is short.
You know, when I'm speaking, I'm telling brothers and sisters, they don't know what's about, no idea. Because it's real. They have no idea what's about to take place. Leave it up to the Christian church and they would never know.
Right.
They would never know. They think, well, we'll go to one of these retreats. I'm glad I never went to one. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't want to ask you how many you went.
No, I never did.
Oh, good, Most High Christ. High Christ. Do something. Because to me, it was something, I never went to one, and I'm glad, but I see my cousin go, and I'm like, why?
Right.
Where's that out in the Bible? Did it say go to a retreat?
You talking about the revival?
Whatever it is they call it, revival retreats and whatever. Whatever they call it.
I've been dragged to them. My mom's made me go, but I'm just sitting there like.
Yeah, you know how many moms made all their kids go.
Right.
It's good for you. It bring you closer to Jesus. All type of stuff happened.
Right.
This video ended. Hold on, who ended this?
So like I said, also time check 8:55.
The water. I guess the oppressor didn't like what I was saying because my video got ended without my permission.
Nice.
On Facebook, no problem. He got enough to. I'm probably gonna get flagged for this one too. Oh, good. We got Puche Video Network. That's right. What scripture was that again? Which one? Give me more. And we got a Malak. What was this? Melik Yashrala Shalam Ak Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakatam. Panchi Video Network. Fill me in more. Which scripture we talking about? Because we went through several of them. Okay, we went through several of them, so I need more than what scripture was what. All right.
Right.
But here's what you can do, right? Let me see. Well, this is Spanish. All right. If you wanted to, well, if you're talking about the last one, what was the last scripture that we just read? In Joel, what?
Joel 3.
Joel, what chapter?
2 and 5.
Joel 2 and 5, all the way to 7.
Oh, what's the 8?
You was at Joel 2 and 3. Joel 2 and 3, all the way to 8.
God.
All right. Joel chapter 2, verse 3, all the way to 8. If that's what you wanted to know. Yep. All right. So we have 55, right? And before we wrap this thing up, I want everybody to understand September 28th is the feast of the memorial of blowing the trumpets. Right? Prepare for that. The feast of the memorial blowing the trumpet. That's on the 28th of this month. Okay? It will be followed by the Day of Atonement. Okay, but first is the feast of the memorial blowing the trumpet. Okay, we'll have a holy convocation for that. Check in with your camp leader for in your city for that. Anybody here got questions? Or anybody on YouTube, if y'all have a question, feel free to ask it before we wrap it up. Nope, nobody.
No.
Y'all got your feeling, okay? Yeah.
Thank God.
What's on Christ? All right. Let me see something. That's a hardcore picture, man. Want to see it?
You come good.
I'm gonna see it after class.
Come good.
I'm gonna see that, man. I think I'm gonna make that my mind.
Screen set.
Yeah. All right, brother. So with that, join us next Wednesday again in Spanish, right? In Spanish, I.S.U.P.K. Puerto Rico. Also, the law class is also on Wednesday, so you can catch both of them. In Spanish, if you got friends that you know are Latinos, speak Spanish. Heck, even if you're black and speak Spanish, like some of you Panamanians, some of you Brazilians, you know what I'm saying? Cubanos, even so-called Afro Cubanos, Afro Puerto Ricans, you know, get online. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Kazat Aymar. All right.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 to 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming holy convocation, what the captain just brought out, will be the feast, will be the memorial of blowing the trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month. That's Saturday, September 28th, 2019. You can find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. Remind Akim Nakwakin to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K. events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say Amajim, which means to stand. Wakul Yahat Kodam, which means turn face to east. This is the Lord's Prayer. We'll do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew first. Repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shabkat, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawadak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawadak Nawa, Wala'ah, Kabiyai Nawa, Vanasai one, a ball, I was shot now. My young, Rab, Kaya, Lakap, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapa'ara, La'awalamia, Amen.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done.
Thy kingdom will be done. on earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not
into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from
For
evil.
thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever. So be it.
So be it. With that, or the power, select yourself. We're going to do the power. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Baba Koshah. Nathan Lanawa. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. Lahakuyah. Hamathiam. Hakak. Al Rawakwa. Hatama Allah. Lagarashan. Bahashem. Yahushua. Tawada Aman. Yahweh.
In the name of
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. The blessings. We'll do the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka.
Wa Alahaya.
Wa Alahaya.
Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kayayamyam.
Ha Kayayamyam.
Wa Ha Akwathyam.
Wa Akwathyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Tawada Aman.
Tawada Aman. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Verses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against
thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam. Christianity. Egyptology.
I'm
going to say Scientology. Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Posse
Comitazi.
The gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force.
Marines.
Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. The cable access channel. And the radio channel. Convict the spirit. Of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. try to stop us
from
broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth. And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plagues. Shake the house of the thief.
Shake the house of the thief.
And the murderer. Let Yahawashi. Michael and Gabriel. Come down with the flying saucers. And punish all the heathen. That come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause us to be known by all. That it is the angels. That have done it. Cause it to be spread. Through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahawashi. Thank you always. So be it.
We'll do the bless Israel. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi Barak Lanau Wayasha Allah Wahabaya Sapariya Barak Rapa'ah Magan Hagan Bahashim Yahawashi the water Aman Yahweh.
In the name of Yahawashi. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. Our loved ones. In the name of Yahawashi. Thank you. So be it.
That's it, sir. And with that, men of Israel, sir, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatam. Yazmata, dismissed. It's like, how do I,